Hello students. Now come to the next topic, that is flora and fauna. As I already told you about flora and fauna, that flora and fauna are the plants and animals found in a particular area. They are called flora and fauna of that area. And you know these flora, and because of these flora and fauna only, the places are known कि such places में ये particular plant पाया जाता है या animals मिलते हैं. So that particular place is known by their flora and fauna only. They make that place beautiful. As some example is also given about Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve, that uh, when we talk about the flora, sal, teak, mango, jamun, silver ferns, arjun, etc. are the flora, and chinkara, blue bull, barking deer, cheetal, leopard, wild dog, wolf, etc. are examples of the fauna of the Pachmari Biosphere reserves. So this is how, in the same way, you can tell the flora and fauna of any particular area which is asked. Then come to the next topic, that is endemic species. Now endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found exclusively in a particular area. ठीक है, मीन्स इट इज़ नॉट फाउंड ऑल द प्लेसेस एवरीवेयर. ठीक है, जो पर्टिकुलर प्लेस में, कंट्री में, स्टेट में पाई जाती हो, किसी पर्टिकुलर जोन में पाई जाती हो, देन दोज पर्टिकुलर स्पीशीज आर कॉल्ड एंडेमिक स्पीशीज. एंड one example they have given here, that sal and wild mango are two examples of endemic flora of the Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve. So wild mango trees and sal. ठीक है, इसी तरीके से बाइसन, इंडियन जाइंट स्क्विरल एंड फ्लाइंग स्क्विरल आर एंडेमिक fauna of this area. ठीक है, so this is all about endemic species. And one more line they have written here, that increasing population and introduction of new species may affect the natural habitat of endemic species and endanger their existence. Yes, of course. You know, if you understand the meaning of this particular thing, that if the population is increased and if new species are being introduced to a particular place, आपने कोई नई species उस जगह पे ले आए, तो that also may cause harm to the existing species. ठीक है, and endanger them. भाई क्योंकि नई स्पीशीज़ जब आएंगी तो वो अपने सर्वाइवल के लिए पुरानी स्पीशीज़ पे अटैक कर सकती हैं, उनको ख़त्म कर सकती हैं. ठीक है, उनको किसी तरह से हार्म पहुंचा सकती हैं. सो समटाइम्स इट हैपन्स कि जो न्यू स्पीशीज़ हैं दैट मे कॉज हार्म टू द एग्जिस्टिंग species or endemic species of that particular area. I can quote some more examples to you to make you understand endemic species. For example, if you say Asiatic lion are exclusively found in Gujarat in Gir forest. Then kangaroos, you know, they are very well found, they are very well known that it is found in Australia. जब भी kangaroos का नाम आता है हमारे दिमाग में ऑस्ट्रेलिया आ जाता है. Lion tailed macaque is found exclusively in Western Ghats, and Kashmiri stag is found in Kashmir Valley. So these are also some of the examples of endemic species. Sorry. Now we can come to the next topic, that is I think endemic species. Then come to we have discussed about endemic, also endangered species, also those species which are in danger. Then children, one more term they have given here about ecosystem. I want to explain you what is ecosystem. Now ecosystem is made of all the plants, animals and microorganisms in an area along with non-living components such as climate, soil, river deltas, etc. Yes, it is a very important term. Or I can say is that an ecosystem is the system which makes up with the interaction of living and non-living component of an area. ठीक है, जब कोई भी लिविंग कंपोनेंट्स और नॉन लिविंग कंपोनेंट आपस में इंटरैक्ट करते हैं तो वो इकोसिस्टम बनाते हैं. For example, I can say like if living things I've talked about, plants, all the plants, animals of that particular area, and of course microorganisms, they also play a very important role. ठीक है. And if we talk about non-living component, you can say sunlight, air, water, ठीक है, then rivers, all these things and many more things, they may make up this non-living component. So when they interact with each other, because without living thing, non-living thing has no use. Who is going to use non-living component without living things? And when living things are there and there are there are non-living components is not there, then how can a living thing or living component survive? भाई plants, animals, microbes बिना air, water, sunlight इन सब के कैसे survive करेंगे? Cannot. So both the things are very important to make up an ecosystem. इसीलिए हमेशा कहते हैं कि interaction between living and non-living component. And ecosystem can be real also, can be natural also, and can be artificial also. तो अगर मैं एक नेचुरल इकोसिस्टम की बात करूँ तो आई कैन से रिवर, सी, ओशन, forest, these are all natural ecosystem. And if I talk about artificial ecosystem, I can say a field, कोई भी खेत, ठीक है. I can say aquarium, fish aquarium, which we keep at our homes or offices or anywhere. So these are the all artificial ecosystem because it is made by man. But those systems which are automatically generated or made by nature, that they are called natural ecosystem. ठीक है. An ecosystem can be too small and can be too big. It can be too big as ocean or forest, dense forest, and it can be too small as a pond, small pond or ditch. एक गड्ढे में, एक छोटे से पॉन्ड में भी अगर आप पानी भर दो और वहाँ छोटे छोटे ऑर्गेनिजम्स आने लग जाते हैं तो वो भी अपने आप में एक छोटा सा इकोसिस्टम बन जाता है. सो इट कैन बी सो स्मॉल ऑल्सो, इट कैन बी वेरी बिग ऑल्सो. ओके, आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट इकोसिस्टम नाउ. सो इकोसिस्टम जो होता है दैट प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. और इकोसिस्टम क्योंकि इन दोनों चीज़ों से बना है, इट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग कंपोनेंट. तो अगर कोई भी लिविंग कंपोनेंट को किसी भी तरीके के प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स एंडेंजर्ड होते हैं, एक्सटिंक्ट होते हैं उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया के जिसका वो पार्ट है इकोसिस्टम का, तो डेफिनेटली वो कहीं ना कहीं इकोसिस्टम पे असर करते हैं. इट हार्म्स दैट इकोसिस्टम. एंड बिकॉज इकोसिस्टम इज़ द पार्ट ऑफ दिस एनवायरनमेंट, तो हमारा एनवायरनमेंट भी अफेक्ट करता है. सो दिस इज़ हाउ एवरीथिंग इज़ रिलेटेड.